back with a haul today of manga, manhwa, and some merch items. So I'll have some prints, pins, a fan book, and some acrylic standees that I'll be sharing as well. And I'll have timestamps below if you want to skip around to anything. But to get started, I'm going to go through all of the manga and manhwa first. So first up is Volume 9 of Solo Leveling. I've just been pre-ordering these volumes as they've been releasing. I was about to flip through, but I don't remember if there are spoilers in this volume if I just randomly flip through it. So I have already read this series online, and I'm collecting it in the physical volumes now. I am planning to reread it once there are a few more volumes out, but this is a series that I do enjoy quite a bit. It's a fantasy action manhwa series that follows a weak protagonist who then becomes more powerful through his training as he levels up, and it's just really exciting. But I did enjoy season 1 of the anime, and I'm really looking forward to season 2 when it comes out. Next is another manhwa series, A Business Proposal Volume 6. So I've been really happy with these releases. The print quality has been really good, and just the quality of the volumes is really good too. But this is an office romance series. In Korea, it's complete at 10 volumes, so we're getting through these volumes pretty fast. This is another one that I read online, and I haven't been reading it as the volumes have released because I want to be able to binge through it when a few more volumes come out. But I do enjoy this one. It's really funny. It has some drama. I love that it follows adult characters. These are the characters in this series that I like. I like them so much. And the characters on this volume's cover are a side couple. And I don't mind them as a side couple, but I don't like this character. I did watch some of the live action last year. I didn't finish it. I think I got about 3/4 through it, and so I still need to go back and finish it, but in the live action, she's portrayed differently, and I actually liked her in the live action, but in the manhwa, she is pretty insufferable, in my opinion. Next, I have a few shoujo series. So first, Gazing at the Star Next Door, Volume 3. This one is really cute and sweet. It follows 2 high schoolers that are neighbors and childhood friends, and the tension between them as the female lead starts to realize her feelings for him, but there is a big gap between them because he is a model who is becoming popular as an actor, and she is just a regular girl. But the story is really cute. I really like both of these kids. And I'm just collecting the volumes as they're coming out. This is another one that I'm caught up online with the digital release. And I think right now it's into Volume 6. So again, this is another one I haven't been reading as the volumes release, so I'm just collecting it, and then at some point I'll go back through and do a read through from my physical volumes. And next is Volume 11 of Rainbow Days. I like this series so much. It's another shoujo high school romance series that follows a group of 4 boys and their different romantic pursuits. This is my favorite character in the series, so I'm happy to have this cover. I'm also really happy how fast this series has been releasing. We already have Volume 11, and it's complete at 16 volumes, so I'm really looking forward to having this series complete in my collection once Viz catches up to the Japanese release. But I feel like it's especially noteworthy that this released at the same time as A Condition Called Love by Kodansha, Tsubakicho Lonely Planet by Yen Press, but then this one by Viz is at 11 volumes, where the other ones are at Volume 9 and 7 so far with their releases, so glad this one's been coming out pretty fast. Next, I have 3 volumes from this shoujo series, Sand Chronicles, Volumes 2, 6, and 8, and I'm so happy with these 3 volumes. I was able to complete Sand Chronicles in my collection. It took most of this year so far when I decided to start collecting this series to hunt down all the volumes. This series is heavily out of stock, and Volume 10 is out of print, so I'm really hoping that Viz might do a reprint of volumes 1 to 9 at some point. This mangaka did pass away earlier this year, and that's what prompted me to want to collect this series and have it on my shelves. I did already have her art book for Sand Chronicles, and now I have her fan book as well, but I wanted to have this series so that I could have a piece of her work in my collection and then also reread it from the physical volumes. Volume 2, Volume 6, and Volume 8. And these were all secondhand finds. I'm really happy, especially with Volumes 8 and 6, because every copy that I saw for sale was an ex-library copy in bad condition, and it was still just really expensive. Some of the Volume 8s were in the triple digits for library copies, and then same with Volume 6, just like $80 for a dirty copy. So I was really happy to find these ones at a more reasonable price and in good condition and not ex-library copies. And then next I have a couple BL titles. So this one's a new release, Hate Me But Let Me Stay Volume 1. So I read this the day that I got it. I was really excited for it. But this is an Omegaverse series with a mature rating. But this is actually my favorite Omegaverse series that I've read. I am caught up with the Japanese release of this series, which goes through Volume 6 and it's ongoing. It also has a spin-off series following a couple of the side characters. But I'm just really happy to have this one in English now and to have it in my collection. It follows two young men who have an encounter in the first chapter. This man is an Omega and he has a little daughter that was a result of a traumatic assault from his teenage years that has given him a really negative outlook on all alphas. And so then he meets this alpha and we see how their relationship develops from there. This does have an age gap pairing, as he is a high schooler and he is, I believe, 20 or 21. But I do want to mention that by the end of the first volume, he's already an adult, so the rest of the series follows them as adults. But happy to have this one. I do have the next volume pre-ordered, and I'm looking forward to getting the rest of the volumes as they release. And then I also got the final volume of Given, Volume 9. So I did do a full read-through of Volumes 1 to 9 after I got this one in the mail. I did a buddy read on Instagram with a few friends, and I really enjoyed it. I also, after reading, or actually while reading, I paused a couple times and watched through the anime as well as the movie, and I'm looking forward to the final two movies that will cover the last content in the manga. In addition to Volume 9 concluding the series, in Japan there is still serializing, I don't know if it's a spin-off or if it's considered bonus content or side stories, but a continuation from Volume 9 after a 10-year time skip called Given 10th Mix. So I hope that Sublime is considering printing that for us as well, because it really just continues the story and shows us what's going on with them as adults. I think only 3 chapters are out of it right now in Japan, so that's something that I'm still looking forward to seeing more of. But I really enjoyed my read-through of Given. It's a really moving story because there is so much trauma regarding the relationships of some of the different characters and how they use that sadness and anger and loneliness to turn it into music, and they let it fuel their creativity. So really enjoy this one, and especially coupled with the anime, because then you get to hear all of the music that they're creating. So happy to have this series complete now in my collection until we hear hopefully about maybe a volume 10 or just a bonus volume. And the last volume that I have in this haul is volume 1 of Tokyo Revengers, A Letter from Keisuke Baji. And so this one too, right after getting it, I read this volume and then went online and read what's out digitally and caught up on the Japanese releases into volume 5 or 6. There was an announcement that this series will be concluding in Japan with volume 6, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this side story ends, as it is kind of prequel content to the main series, though it does have some snippets from the present day, which is the main story. But especially if your favorite character in Tokyo Revengers is Baji or Chifuyu, then this spin-off is really fun content, just seeing how they met, how they formed a bond as Chifuyu joined under his division, as well as a few other side characters that aren't in the main story. So honestly, I'm still waiting to see how some of it is concluded regarding what happened with those side characters, but Tokyo Revengers is a favorite series of mine, so enjoying this spin-off. So now I'm going to head into some of the merch, and I'll start with the pins that I've gotten in the past couple weeks. So first is this Toji pin. I love it. So I pre-ordered this pin from a pin maker in China that I follow on my pin account on Instagram. And it's actually art from one of my favorite Toji artists on Twitter, Kinoko. I've been so excited to get this, and I love how it turned out. There were a few variants, a black nickel and a gold, as well as a few other characters. I think Geto had one as well. And this was from like a Halloween design, but I'm really happy with this one. It turned out really nicely. So I'm trying to get the camera to focus. But I love the detail on his face and his ears. And then I also got this Sanji pin. This one was another pre-order. And this one had two variants. This one with the orange flame. And then there was another variant with a blue flame and with Sanji having wounds. So I wanted to get the one where he did not have wounds and was not bleeding. So happy to have this one now. I actually, after pre-ordering it, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it once it arrived. But once I opened it, I was really happy with how it turned out. It looks even better in person than how I thought it was going to be from just the drawing of it. So adding this one to my Sanji collection. Next, I have some ZoSan goods, but before I go through all of these, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to my friend on Instagram who really helped me out in getting a hold of these from an anime convention in New York, Anime NYC, and also sending these extra little goodies. So this KK bookmark, it's so cute. I haven't used it yet because I've had it in a pile so that I wouldn't forget to share it in this video, but it's so cute and I'm excited to use it. As well as a couple of Omi stickers. He's so cute. I love little chibi Omi items, so of course him with his mask and just cleaning up after people because everyone is filthy, as well as this little animal Omi with his little wavy hair. It's so cute. But I really, really appreciated her help because the artist that all of these goods are from announced on Instagram that his fan book was going to have a physical release, but only at this convention. And I was just, as soon as he announced that, I was desperate to get a hold of it somehow. I posted on Instagram just begging anyone who's going if they can be proxy for me to help me get a hold of some items from a ZoSan booth, please. And she was able to secure this for me. So their latest fan book, it does say fan book 1, but they have done some shorter DJs that have had electronic releases. So I'm really happy now to have their first physical fan book. This is an artist that I really like their art style for Sanji, ZoSan, just One Piece characters in general. This is an 18 plus fan book, but I will just share one page that shows just some of the art style. But this is one too that the day that I got this in the mail, I just sat on the floor and just read the whole thing. And such a treat to have just pages of their art and their story. And then in addition to the fan book, I was so grateful that she then asked, what else would you like at the convention? So I just asked anything Sanji related, stickers, prints that would fit in a mailer with the fan book. Anything else that this artist was selling at their booth, I would go ahead and claim and send payment for right away. So I was able to also secure these spicy prints and a handful of stickers. So this one is so funny. His protective papa. And then just designs that I had seen on his Instagram. Now I have them in my hands. I love this one. Sanji's so pretty. And this one. And then this one is my favorite. He looks fantastic. So really happy to have all of these now. And the rest of the goods are all One Piece goods as well. And before I get into the last two sets of fan art prints, I did have a bit of a One Piece card game haul of cards that I ordered from Japan. This is the only one I'm going to share because I got quite a few and I already have put them in my card album. But this was the highlight of my card haul. I really like this new Sanji leader card. When I got these in the mail though, I did do a live on Instagram and I did then save it as a reel afterwards. So I'll put a little image on the screen of where that is on my feed. If you'd like to see the other Sanji cards that I got, as well as some of the other Vinsmoke cards and some cards from some of the One Piece girls that my husband collects. So Hancock, Robin, Vivi, and Reiju. So that's where you can find that. But then this past month, I also got 2 other print orders that I'm so happy about. So this is the art of one of my friends on Instagram. She just opened a print shop and I wanted to support her shop. I had already ordered some of these prints from her imprint shop, but I actually really dislike the paper quality of prints from imprint. I think that it's nice quality paper if you're going to put it in a frame, but if you're not going to put it on a frame, they always curl on me and it's so annoying. So these are all prints just like on typical print paper whenever I order fan art prints. So I love these. I'm so happy to have them. These are my 2 favorites. Maybe you recognize them because I do already have them on my shelves, but now I have them in a larger size and in the quality that I prefer. So then in addition to these 2, I also got this Sanji and a few smaller ZoSan prints. So I'm really happy to have these ones now. And all of these artists I will put in the timestamps, the social media handles that they use, if you want to check them out. And then lastly, I have some art that I got from a print and merch haul from aokkun, as well as aokkun's monthly ZoLu mail. So I think I forgot to share their July ZoLu mail in my last video, but I love this. I love their July print of Zoro and Luffy at a concert in the film Red setting. I love their art style so much. And then the stickers for July. They're so cute. And then the August ZoLu mail had kind of a Alice in Wonderland theme. And these were the stickers. And I love how for 2024 they're doing little comics on the back. Because in 2023 it was song lyrics. So now it's not just the color art print, but then a little bonus comic on the back. And then when they opened their print shop earlier this summer, I did make a few orders for myself and also for my husband. A couple of the items were pre-orders though, so I did have to wait until the end of the summer before they mailed out. But the two for me were these two just miscellaneous ZoLu prints that I wanted to get because they matched my collection a bit with my monthly ZoLu prints. So I have been storing these in the album that I keep those prints in. But I just really love their art style so much. There are a couple other ZoLu prints and just like prints of Zoro and prints of Luffy that I'd like to get to store with this collection, but a couple of them are artboards, so they'd be harder for me to store with the prints. And then some of the prints are larger sizes, like 8x6 rather than 5x7, and I have a dedicated 5x7 album for ZoLu, so I'm just trying to be content with the ones that I'll be able to keep together and store together in a cohesive way. So just these ones for me this time. And then for my husband, I got him a few of his One Piece girls, their prints. So he is a huge Hancock fan. So of course had to get Hancock's new print from the new One Piece girls line of aokkuns. So it did feature 6 girls. So Hancock, Robin, and Vivi were the ones that we got. And then I believe the other 3 characters were Nami, Perona, and Carrot. So he just wanted these 3. So I got them along with their mini standees. So this one is Vivi's. They're so cute because they match the print, but they're in chibi form and they're a little different. So it's just so cute to have both of them. So Vivi's, Hancock's, and Robin. So I'm really happy that aokkun released these, and I really hope that they'll release their One Piece guys line as well, because there was a girls line that featured 6 female characters and then a guys line that featured 6 guys, and of course one of them is Sanji, and I need all of their Sanjis because I love just every One Piece character in their style. So I will be hoping and hoping for that. But until then, I'm just really glad that we were able to get our hands on the girls. One other bit of merch that I wanted to share in this haul was a small order from Korea that I got. I felt like it was too small to just do a separate haul video for it, so I just opened it all up. I got it about 2 weeks ago maybe, and I shared my haul on Instagram. But after I got it, I kind of forgot that I hadn't shared it on YouTube, and I just put half of it on display on my shelves and then tucked half of it away in my print and merch storage. So I thought I would just share a little clip of my goods after I got them in the mail, and I just laid them out and kind of panned across them. So the merch was from the series Legs That Won't Walk, as well as one merch item from the manhwa series Shutline. So for Shutline, I just got that one print without the photo card, but I'm a big fan of Legs That Won't Walk, so I got a bit more of that. Some of the recent print releases, I want to collect all of the Legs That Won't Walk photo cards. And then the little acrylic standee of the three guys with ears and their little tails on the back is just the cutest thing ever. So really glad I was able to get my hands on those items and not miss out on the Lezen event that they were released at. But this is everything this time. I actually have a bit of manga on the way. I've been waiting for like 2 weeks now on a couple pre-orders that shipped, as well as a few new purchases that shipped, but they're just taking forever to get to me. So I thought I had all this merch, I may as well just get this haul video recorded and share the goods that I've gotten recently. I think this is all in the past 3 weeks, the volumes and merch that I've gotten. So I hope you enjoyed watching as I went through everything, and I'll see you again next time in my next haul video. Thanks for watching.